Warning, taking 9 dumps in the morning will leave you feeling hollow inside. Drinking a bottle of Drano, shirt will clean you out, but it'll leave you feeling hollow inside. That's actually from Naked Gun, so.
Yeah, I know. Such a funny quote. Naked Gun was a good movie.
It was awesome. I still love that movie.
They don't make movies like that or Airplane or stuff like that
anymore.
No,
not anymore. They try to, but they fail miserably.
Then you get like Date Movie and
Epic Movie.
Epic Movie. All that bullshit. Just something
disaster movie.
If you know it's something movie, it's probably not going to be good. Well, much like Scary Movie after the weigh-ins had nothing to do with it anymore.
Anything that makes fun of Britney Spears in the movie is going to suck immediately. Britney Spears sucks, but you're going to make fun of her, it's going to suck even worse.
Yeah.
And if you're going to reference American Idol or Dancing with the Stars, you failed already.
Those shows make fun of themselves. There's no need for it.
Exactly. I mean,
for a satire.
Reality shows.
You know what? I think we need to get rid of reality shows. I think it's that time. It's time to turn over and find a new kind of...
I've said that since they started. Since the very first episode of The Real World on MTV, I was like, it's about time for reality shows to be over with. I'm done.
Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah, I mean, well, much like everything, we all run in phases. It's time for the old phase to, phase out, and the new wave of TV to come in. Which, I don't know, we should be part of the new wave.
Speaking of new wave, I'm 10.5 months without a cigarette, and 1 week without Facebook.
Whoa, what? When did you stop Facebook?
A week ago. I quit Facebook. I killed it. I'm done. And I'm kind of in withdrawals. It's fucking weird.
I bet you are. I know you've stopped several times. And you never picked up the cigarette again, but you have picked up Facebook from time to time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just,
That's funny. Facebook causes cancer.
I've decided I don't need it anymore. It's not...
Good. That's good. It did nothing but aggravate you most of the time anyways. Most of the time I was like, check out what this stupid motherfucker said. Why am I still friends with these people? Because we need material, that's why.
That's true, and I realized just how little as far as material I have now.
Well, and you also, you get like news updates and stuff, so it's not terrible, but much like anything good, if somebody, just...
Well, I had too many people that would just automatically add me to lists.
Oh, that shit sucks.
So I would get stupid updates, and I was like, I don't want to be a part of this, but I also don't want to offend anybody by turning it off. By especially the last one, and that's not the last straw, and it's not the reason why I killed my Facebook, but the last one was my friend's sister. Her son has autism, so they set up a page for autism awareness.
Please God, tell me it didn't have anything to do with Jenny McCarthy.
No. It was all dedicated to her son.
Oh. Okay.
But I've met her son once, and she immediately added me to the list as if I'm...
It's like you're a dear friend.
It's like, say something nice. What? I don't know what to...
I met your kid once.
I can't say something nice.
He was okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything negative to say to him. I just don't know anything positive. I can't say anything positive to myself, much less somebody else.
That's a hard lyric.
Yeah, I mean...
Speaking of hard lyric, the lead singer of Guar
that's
passed away recently. That was...
disappointing.
Very disappointing.
50 years
saddening.
old. Yeah.
But what are you going to do, man, when the Grim Reaper comes for you?
Guar's lead singer's gone. As I Like Dying's lead singer's gone. My music collection's going thin now. I'm not going to have anything to look forward to.
You always have good stuff to look forward to. there's always something to look forward to. Animals as Leaders' new album comes out pretty soon, so
I've found that I'm not really a fan of them.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't ring with me.
They're okay for like background music. They're pretty good like instrumental. Just if you want something driving but not quite in your face.
Yeah, no, I got you.
It's like going to work music.
Well, I gave it a shot a couple of times, and a couple of times it just didn't.
I'm not talking about Animal Collective.
Either one.
Okay.
I kind of just dropped them both. I said, nope, done.
Animal Collective's not too bad. Their beginning stuff when there was a little more lo-fi and less studio quality was pretty good. Mm. Well, that's starving artists put out the best shit.
Yeah, because they've got to.
So, by the way, this is Jive Turkeys episode 10. And I'm just me and Jason in here today. I'm Jacob.
And Blackie the Cat.
We're recording on a Monday night instead of a Sunday night, which is a little odd for us.
I don't think they know or matter.
They don't care.
Yeah.
There's just ring the bell, we do tricks, and you listen to us. The worst masters ever.
I got bored and I watched The Neverending Story. For the first time in God, it had to be 25 years.
It holds up pretty well, doesn't it?
Well, in some aspects. Okay. In others, now that I've become, a connoisseur of film, so to speak, I noticed that the editing was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it's very choppy. It chops. The scenes don't dissolve into each other, or there's not a smooth transition. It just goes chop to something else.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, whoa, what? So, but some of the stuff's still pretty cool. I love that the oracles, the little statues had nipples. Those were badass. When I was a kid, I thought that was.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they had nipples.
Huh.
Yeah,
interesting.
When I was a kid, I thought it was awesome. I mean, I was like, wow, but
boobies.
But you see it now and you go, wow. But the 80s had a lot of good fantasy stuff.
It's just a deeper tone.
Yeah. Well, the 80s had a lot of good stuff. I mean, they had, that came out in 84. Mm-hmm. 85 had gave us Legend, and 86 gave us Labyrinth. When
did Dark Crystal come out?
Dark Crystal came out before that, so that was probably came out in 80. Let's see. Ooh, that came out in 82.
82?
82. Yeah, Jim Henson's freaking out kids in 82.
Yes.
Way to go, Jim. From,
Yeah, the Dark Crystal was definitely one of those that you're just like, the fuck did I just watch?
Well, I
really enjoyed it.
Well, I like the fact that the Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and movies like that were rated PG. They were parental guidance.
They were more terrifying than any R-rated movie now.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, they weren't rated G. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty cool. I mean, especially for kids movies. Sometimes you have to have that a little more adult feel to it just to make you go.
Well, I think it's pretty much the same thing like Disney does. They have things like elements that are for children, and some elements are that for adults. That way, you're not an adult sitting there watching fucking JJ the Jet Plane or fucking Dora the Explorer going, I fucking hate this. With Disney, you can at least go, I know what they really meant there. And little kids like, that's funny.
Speaking of Disney, Frozen has now surpassed Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 wasn't as good as the first one, though.
It's now surpassed Toy Story 3 for most money made on a Disney animated film.
Really?
Yeah. And Toy Story 3 just devastated any prior Disney movie, any prior Disney animated movie. Just in the box office, and Frozen has now surpassed it.
Wow. Frozen was a good movie, though.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
I giggled. I'll admit, I giggled like a little schoolgirl.
I laughed, and at moments I teared up. It was.
You're a bitch. It's okay.
I am, but it's okay. There's got to be some of us out there that are going. And Olaf, the little talking snowman.
Oh my God!
I really enjoyed him. Yeah. I thought he was a fun character.
This is kind of roundabout. I'm sorry.
We're all about roundabouts.
Well, I was thinking about Disney movies, and I was thinking about movies, and I was going to tell you that I loaned Brooke is a girl I work with. I loaned her some movies. Saturday, was her very first opening shift.
Saturday? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Were you as busy?
We got crushed.
Oh, I bet.
Because of the rain, we got crushed.
Oh.
So I did 100% of the deliveries, 60% of the food making, and 25% of the order taking.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I had to. I came back, I left on a single, came back, took a quad, which is 4 deliveries for those who don't know what quad means.
I like to assume our listeners are at least half intelligent.
Well, I came back from that. The oldest pizza on the screen was 17 minutes old.
Good God, dude, really? Is she?
Because she just kept taking orders, and I was like, next time, just let the phone ring and catch up.
Yeah, definitely. When you're
just let it ring. She was like,
minutes.
I've been told to answer the phone. I was like, just for your own fucking sanity, just make the food. Learn to pace yourself. Like she was really, really flustered. So
I bet.
Right. So yeah, she did almost a $700. $700
Jeez.
lunch. She got thrown to the wolves hardcore.
Oh.
And then of course we went from that to like $180 Sunday lunch.
Oh,
where I didn't take a single delivery.
That's not cool. Well, hey, that's how it goes, man. You'll do excellent one day, and then the next day you just want to shoot yourself because it's so boring.
Yeah. So
that's how it goes in the life of a pizza delivery driver.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought Frozen had some pretty good. So I at some point I was like, look, let's stop the singing. Come on, I know we're trying to tell a coherent story, and I know Disney's known for their singing, but come on, do we really have to? Some of it was just, it's a little unnecessary. Although I liked the character development and everything.
But she watched Prophecy. She really liked it.
Ooh, I enjoyed Prophecy. That was a great movie.
Now that I know she likes that one, I'll let her watch the other 2.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Did you know one of the angels in the second one was Glenn Danzig?
What? Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. That makes so much sense.
I think it was funny. I think, because Glenn Danzig is, he's like 5 foot tall, so.
Yeah, well, he plays a perfect cherub.
So evil and dark.
Mother is gonna put me on Prophecy too.
So.
Anyways, so we celebrated a very American holiday, should I say, on March 27th. I don't know if anybody was participating, and if not, you gotta wait till next year. But March 27th was National Cleavage Day.
Was it?
How you feel about that? Did you get to see any cleavage?
I don't remember. What was the 27th?
Well, today's Friday? The 31st. I believe that was Friday.
Friday. No, I don't.
No, it was was it Thursday? It was Thursday.
Thursday. I was at home.
Okay, so you didn't.
No, I take that back. I was in Gainesville with my mom.
So you didn't.
So the cleavage I saw belonged to my mom, and that's just creepy. So I'm not going to talk about that at all.
That doesn't count. How do you feel about incest, Blackie? Me. That's what I thought.
So, no, I got my tire, and I just got this car. Mm-hmm. 5 days after I get the car, I hit a deer.
It wasn't even going fast. That's the funny part. Going at a reasonable distance or speed in town.
5 days after that, I run over a piece of wire.
Yeah.
Punctures a hole in the tire.
Oh fuck!
Right in the middle of my shift.
Did it get the?
So it was, of course,
the tube inside, or just the rubber?
There's
never. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not a bicycle, man.
What the fuck am I thinking about?
So anyway, this is not 1933. So
when you hitched a stagecoach,
so of course it's blowing air out. So I went and grabbed a can of Fix-A-Flat just to finish the night out.
Mm-hmm. Did it work?
Finished the night, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I drove it. It's pretty much stopped it up for the most part. I mean, it didn't. The next morning, I had to fill the tire back up. I had to work. I went in. I got a plug kit, and finished the night out. No big deal. No big
plug
deal.
Kits aren't that bad. They're pretty self-explanatory.
So Wednesday, of course, I plugged my tire, filled the tire up, nice and tight. It's like, all right, solid. We're good to go.
Did it blow up?
Thursday, we're gonna head to Gainesville. Pick my mom up, mile outside of outside of Lake Butler. My tire explodes, and I killed the shit out of that tire.
Damn.
That tire saw a ghost, and there was no Ghostbusters. It was fucked.
Speaking of Ghostbusters, I just bought that at Movie Stop for $4.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
That's pretty awesome. You know what's disappointing is there's action figures out there of, like 6-inch action figures of the original Ghostbuster set.
Why is that sad?
Because I really wanted one, the one for Egon, but now it's going to be impossible to find since he died.
You're right. Supply and demand, baby. So you could have bought a thing before he died and then sold it.
I could have, but
wait till what's his name dies. I'm gonna sell that action figure.
But my toy supplier got a new job, and I wrecked my car, and he didn't think I wanted stuff, and
it's not that I did.
I'm just kidding. Oh, speaking of which, I did buy a new toy. I got Marvel Legends Baron Zemo character. Found it at Walmart when I was in Gainesville.
Really?
Yeah.
At a Walmart?
At a Walmart. Yeah, I was like, sweet. You know, and it's a good size. You know, it's like it's like the Marvel Legends, like the ones we see at Toys R Us and stuff. The big 6-inch ones, 6-7-inch. But it looks really good.
Really?
Yeah, it looks really good. So
you don't see many good Baron Zemo.
Well, you don't see
which one did you
Baron
say?
Zemo?
Wow, it's going into Wolfgang von Strucker for some reason.
Oh, well,
yeah, you don't see many good Baron Zemo.
I don't think you see any of them except for that one. But the problem I have with
I think they had a few.
Marvel,
when I was a kid.
Marvel toys tend to be a little more cartoony. DC likes to make them
gritty.
Either a little gritty or more like, I don't know. They look better. DC's look better. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they got a better designer or what, but Marvels have a tendency to look a little goofy. You know? So sorry Marvel, but that's just my take on it.
I feel you. Well, it is what it is. They released some pictures, speaking of comic books, for the in the new Avengers movie. We all know that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Played by Aaron Johnson and I think Kate
Upton? Beckinsale?
Not Kate Upton, which that'd be a very interesting Scarlet Witch.
It'd be a very busty Scarlet Witch.
Very, very top heavy. She'd be more of she'd be good for Poison Ivy, I think. Long red hair.
And she doesn't actually have red hair, does she? I think her hair is blonde. So.
No. So get her long red hair. You know, like Ariel red from Little Mermaid, and just rock it out. Give her a green suit. She'll be way better than Uma Thurman. Anyways, they released pictures of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. What do you think about his costume? Quicksilver's costume first.
I don't like the fact that his hair is white, but he has a brown beard, and
that is odd.
And the fact that he's wearing looks like blue jeans.
They're like. Not really track pants, but they're not jeans, so you don't worry about that. They're just pants.
They're like those things that Sabrina wears. They're
they're like nylon.
The pajama jeans.
It's just off my ass. Or what?
Hopefully,
it's not really there.
Hopefully, it's just something he happens to be wearing, and I don't know.
It's gonna be like CGI'd out. You hope?
I don't know. I don't know what I hope. That picture does not bode well for me.
His hair is a little odd. I think it's a little more, modern, and they have been doing pretty.
Are they trying to make him emo?
I think they're going for
he looks
UK
like
skater punk almost.
He looks kind of sad.
There's another picture where he's smiling, so I don't have that picture.
Even that picture would look sad. Because his face.
His shirt looks okay though. It's a little odd looking, but it looks more like.
At first I thought it was going to be a picture for the upcoming Logan's Run remake, but...
Are they making a new one?
From what I understood, they were.
Interesting. That could be pretty good. If they get the right person to do it.
Speaking of remakes, I saw the trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
Yeah. The one thing that I have a big thing with Michael Bay about it is... the artist... There was an artist that came out like 5 or 6 years ago. He did... realistic renditions of what they would look like, and that's what his look like. It's kind of like he stole them, almost. Or he
commissioned them.
Maybe, I don't know. But Michael Bay really doesn't seem like the guy that commissioned shit. He seems like the guy that would take shit. But I don't like that they're aliens. That's not that. Well, that's the whole point. Is they're.
I don't know that they're aliens.
Yeah, they already came out and said they were aliens.
Yeah, but
that's been said before.
I know that, but in the
that's why a lot of
the trailer they're talking about, they've got ooze, and they're talking about making super soldiers or whatever. So maybe I don't know.
I don't think so, because he came out and said it that they were aliens. So. And this is what Scarlet Witch looks like. You want to talk about emo? That looks a little more emo. It's like a black dress with just like a red leather.
Yeah, she looks like a reject from Charmed.
Yeah, what's up with the little?
I do like the cleavage though. Hello.
Olsen, that's her name.
Oh, the youngest Olsen.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, she's got bigger boobs than her sisters.
Well, it's because she doesn't do crack.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
and that will have a problem. That'll make you see rib, you know. But it's, I don't know, man.
I don't know if I like her face.
You don't think you like her face?
No, her eyes look very weird. She looks like
they look smoky, like a lot of like eye makeup.
Well, yeah, but I think that's what they're going for. But I mean,
this could be just like shots from just one scene. She could be, you know.
Hopefully, that scene's very fast.
Well, this one's got Hawkeye in it.
But see, look at her arms. She's all gimp armed.
I think she's in the middle of moving.
Yeah, if she's trying to cast a spell or something, she's doing a horrible job of it. You don't move your arms that way to cast a spell. I dated several Wiccan girls, and they'll tell you what's up.
Well,
I've had curses put on me too. See what happens?
It is what it is, man. Yeah, you buy a new car, you hit a deer with it, and then you blow a tire all within the same month. Damn Wiccans.
Yeah.
It works. Don't piss off Wiccan people. This is a public service announcement. What do you think about Wiccan people, Blackie? She's gonna get a curse put on her if she's not careful. But so yeah, Vision is gonna be in the new Avengers movie. I'm excited. They have and it's rumored that the Falcon's going to be in it.
Yeah, no, I've seen clips of the Falcon.
Well, he's
going to be in the
new
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and speaking of Winter Soldier, I'm going to go see that this Friday night.
Oh, aren't you special?
So I'll be able to. Why don't you go with me?
Because
we're not going to go see it until after 7.
Whatever.
All right. but yeah. So
I actually, that's like a Friday night is not a night for me to go see movies.
I got you. We went the opening night of Thor, and there was like maybe 20 people in an auditorium built for 150. So,
yeah, about Thor. After the first one, people were kind of like, The second one was really good.
I enjoyed the second one though.
But the first one, like first time I watched it, I was like, meh.
And the first one was okay. It was you had to introduce the character, you know. So it's not going to be jamming, but it was good for what it was. I enjoyed it. The second one was good. And I'm really hoping that the new Captain America one will be fun. It looks promising.
The only thing I don't like about the new Captain America is that apparently it's sponsored by not Aaron's, but what's the other one? What was Buy Here, Pay Here places?
Oh,
Buddy Buy Right or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh, JD Buy Rider?
No.
Wait,
Buddy Buy Right. Not.
What the hell does that mean? Buddy Buy Right.
Buddy Buy Right. Not Buy Ride. I'm clarifying. Yeah.
Buy Right.
Buddy is the guy's name. And Buy Right.
That's his company?
Yeah, it's a Buddy Buy Right.
It's a shitty company name.
Well, it's just one of the names.
Why couldn't he just be like Buddies, like Aaron's? You know, he can get it. Like, get a sponsor.
It's Aaron's, I think.
Is it?
Aaron's. Yeah, is it Aaron's? I think it's Aaron's.
Because there's the one with the dog.
Well, there's one that's got a big circle. It's a big circle, and there's Captain America shield, and then it becomes a circle of the shop it, get a love seat, and blah blah blah. Really? You want me to go watch Winter Soldier and then go buy a fucking love seat?
The Captain America shield turns into a circular logo.
Yeah, it just kind of fades into the logo. So I can't tell you. I don't know.
What company is that?
It doesn't matter.
Fuck it, who cares? They're not getting airtime.
So
fuck you. Anyways, but yeah, so we'll see how that pans out. Let's hope so. Let's hope it's a good one.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first Captain America. I can't imagine them getting worse. Let me take that back.
Let's not.
Thor got better, so I'm hoping that Captain America will get better.
Well, Captain America, a lot of it was backstory, and now that I think the backstory's out of the way, it can go straight into just ass-kicking action.
Well, I didn't. That's not even the point. I just enjoyed it because it was a good flick. Backstory and all, it was a good flick.
Yeah,
had Tommy Lee Jones in it.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
What? Can I have an example?
Batman and Forever.
Oh, well, that movie doesn't exist.
No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Really does. And he played Two-Face.
No, it was Batman and Batman Returns, and then there was two things I vaguely remember. Something about a suit with nipples and a very poison ivy.
He played Two-Face. He was Harvey Dent.
I don't.
Even though they established in the first movie that Harvey Dent was Billy D. Williams.
Which
apparently the white face was the messed up one.
I'm Billy D. Williams.
So
I'm Lando Calrissian.
Damn right.
Space malt liquor. So, did you hear about the kid in Norway that has a McDonald's receipt tattooed on his arm now?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was an 18-year-old. In Norway, in Lordenskog. And I cannot pronounce Norwegian names.
Okay.
Looks like Stian Ytterhall.
Stian Etterdal.
Stian Etterdal. Okay. Anyways, it was a bet put up by his friends to punish him for being too active with the ladies.
What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea.
Does that mean that they're trying to
I don't know, man. It's entirely unclear what that means, but his friends gave him the option of getting a Barbie tattooed on his butt or his fast food purchase on his arm.
So the chicks will look at him and then they'll read his arm and go, "Oh my God, you eat double cheeseburgers? Yo, karate." But all
if
in
they couldn't tell.
Swiss or
all in Norwegian. Ew, grody. He's grody. But anyways, that's what it looks like. It's quite the spread. That is his whole forearm.
What the hell is a happy cheese? And why is it $35?
It's not $35. It's the NOK. It's the Norwegian currency. It's the Norwegian krone.
Oh, whatever. Still,
that's 36 krones. Or 35 krones for the happy cheese.
0.5 liter cola.
Well, what the hell is a non-stop flurry? Is that like you just go up there and keep getting him?
Maybe.
That is... He spent 143 NOKs on this.
What the hell? What's the...
NOK? It's a Norwegian krone.
Well, yeah. What's the...
What's the exchange rate?
Exchange rate, yeah. I'm kind of curious.
I have no idea.
Oh, we should have looked that up.
Okay. We're going to pause right now. I'm sorry to interrupt this beautiful In the Works podcast, but I just wanted to drop something out here real quick for you wonderful, lovely, feathery viewers out there. We have now our own Twitter, and we are at Gmail. On Twitter, you can follow us, send us a tweet, all kinds of stuff. You know, we're at Jive Turkeys Pod. And if you want to drop us an email, maybe some ideas for the show, topics you want us to discuss, send us an email at jiveturkeyspodcast@gmail.com. And now back to your previously scheduled Jive Turkeys Podcast. Okay, so we looked it up, and it looks like 17 cents is roughly one Norwegian krone. So the guy's order is around, so it was 144 krone. It's about 23.89 in USD.
USDA. United States Drug and Alcohol Administration.
It's USDA approved. The hell that means? The NOK is USDA approved.
Oh wait, is that USDA Association?
Who cares? It's some kind of association that gets paid too much money. Anyway, so he paid, 36 NOK for 3 cheeseburgers. That was roughly $6. And
so
whatever,
$2 a piece, okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable. And whatever the fuck non-stop flurry is, which is 22 NOKs, that's $3.68 in dollars. Okay, and what is that a leke? Leaky? It's Leke.
A leak?
No. Let's look it up. Welcome to the internet. It's a No, that's not what we're looking for. That's a town.
Town in Belgium.
He paid 10 knock for a town in Belgium.
How about go back up and put
Holy cow.
McDonald's.
McDonald's in.
There you go. Whoop, back up. It said McDonald. Back up. Press delete.
Backspace.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, there we go. McDonald's like a.
Is that milk? Perhaps.
Maybe.
Coke. Did you mean? Well, no. It says did you mean Coke? I don't know. What the hell is a leaky?
Well, Spanish for milk is leche, so I'm gonna say it's it's that. So, and it's only like a few cents.
Wow, that's weird.
So
I don't like the fact that it's popping up. Lekanskad Porcelain. Not to make fun of anybody's language, but
anyways, some craziness. So, anyways, speaking of other places besides our own, which is a weird segue, but I don't give a shit. You're still listening, so you're in for the ride. Pornhub, a very popular porn website.
I don't use it, but okay.
It's popular.
Okay.
Just know that. They released a, it looks about like 24 cities, like major cities in the U.S., and put their top 5 searched, porn categories.
Right.
So, I just figured I'd go through the list and name a few. And I'm just to put this out here, I'm really disappointed in Jacksonville, for one, because it also lists their favorite and most popular and search for porn star. And ours is Farrah Abraham.
Who the hell is Farrah Abraham?
It's that fucking teen mom chick that had the anal video.
I don't know who that is. It doesn't matter.
Basically, she's a shitty mom. She was on Teen Mom. She got fake boobs because she doesn't care about her kid. Her parents are dumb enough to tell, and instead of telling her no, to be like, oh, we're going to be on TV. So, and then she goes and does a porn video with some porn star, a very well-known porn star, and then tries to play it off like it's a, he took footage of us having sex, and then, it was home video got leaked and everything. Okay, but then the dude blew the cover on it, so everybody was pissed, and it's just a big shitstorm. And
not really a shitstorm, it's just stupid.
Yeah, it was anal. It was just shitstorm.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It was her first anal.
We've talked enough about that, so let's move on.
So I'm just saying that I'm very disappointed in Jacksonville.
I don't care. Jacksonville, much like Gainesville, is full of pretentious morons, and they're all going to look at the same shit. So most porn people are going to go, "Ooh, that bitch is on TV," so we're going to.
I wonder if she has a porn.
I wonder if she's got a clit.
Well, much like you, it's like you do that thing with celebrities, though. People like,
I do. I'll look
that's
up
a pretty
nude
cool.
pics.
I wonder if she has any nude pics, and then you just go on a Google search and
I Google search
it
and
up.
find all kinds of nude pics of
No
people.
pun intended. So, anyways, from 1 to 5, the most looked up in Jacksonville. Number 1 was Ebony.
Okay.
Which, that's not far from the imagination.
I look up Ebony. I have no problem.
There ain't no race in my porn searches. I do not discriminate. Number 2, massage.
Weak.
I asked Becca about it, and she said there's a lot of there's something sensual about a massage and then having sex. So
Well, yeah. I mean, to actually do it, but to look it up and watch somebody else do it, it's just kind of.
I don't know, man. Different people get their kicks, so it is what
I know
it is.
that. I mean, I've seen them.
And not just men look up porn, women do too. So that could be.
I know. I'm just saying, I've looked it up. It doesn't really do
Looking
much
up
for me.
Ebony massage.
Seen them.
There you go. Number 3, lesbian.
Okay.
That's once again understandable. 4, mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And number 5.
Now, does mom include MILF or is just mom?
I assume it's MILF. MILF is kind of like
because
pretty much mom.
Because nowadays MILF means anything 21 and over.
You're right.
So I mean, if they look like they possibly have a 3-year-old.
So is it technically a GILF now? If you're looking for a MILF from the early 2000s.
If you're
a grandma,
you're looking for cougar.
Is that the new age term now?
I don't, yeah, cougar. I guess it would be cougar. I mean, you can look up MILF, but
she's a wildcat. Tiger.
ER. Keep your damn hands off my wife.
And number 5, smoking.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I don't understand.
Why? I have never gotten off on watching a girl smoke.
I don't know. It's really weird because they smoke while they're doing everything else. I've watched a couple just to go, huh?
What?
And it could be because that's where a lot of the women that, I don't know if you'd categorize them as MILF, but you would categorize them as mom. They're like in between the mom and the MILF and the GILF.
Between the MILF and the GILF.
But you really wouldn't, I mean, not the most, but sometimes, I don't know. You find some sketchy trailer hole looking bitches in there, just
with the titties all the way down to like the
well, not quite
belly
that
button.
bad, but you know they got the
the biker chicks. Got a little bit of a belly.
Yeah, they got a beer gut, you know, and you know,
as your mouth passed.
You know, their boobs are all wall-eyed and just kind of point in all different directions.
They want to.
Yeah. The nipple kind of floats.
One
and just
eye on
moves.
the mailman, one eye on the milkman.
You know, the nipple just kind of floats around, just kind of, you know.
It's like dry ice, just slides everywhere.
The nipple's just like, it's pronounced Igor. So.
What? Alright.
Somebody out there will get that.
Yeah, they will. And then they will laugh and then they will cry.
Why am I laughing at that?
What do you think about that reference, Blackie? So let's just like a random.
What the?
They'll come up later.
What?
So just like I guess pick a random city you want to know about. I don't give a shit.
I read a statistic not that long ago that the Bible Belt.
You have to at least
No.
Seem interested for the.
No. I know. No. What I mean, I saw a statistic not that long ago that said that the Bible Belt, the area that we're in, looks up more gay porn. Like more gay porn is viewed in this area than anywhere else. And that just makes me laugh.
Well, much like anything else, you know, if you tell somebody something's wrong their whole life, when they finally get out from underneath their parents' roof, you know, it explodes. I had a buddy like that. Very, sort of polite term to say, I guess, conservative parents. Very overbearing conservative parents. Right. Like, they couldn't date. They couldn't even look at girls, you know. And he moved out when he was 20. Went to college in Indianapolis, started smoking, drinking, fucking anything he could see. And recently he got hit by a truck on his moped. But he's fine. He's cool. He only hurt his shoulder, which is weird.
Wow.
But yeah. So
okay, we're gonna
so don't go in excess.
Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna let you guess number 1.
Ebony.
You got it.
Okay.
Number 2.
Massage.
No. Think ebony.
Think ebony?
Yeah, think ebony. It's like another term for ebony.
Black.
Like really? Did we have to distinguish between ebony and... Is there a difference?
I don't think so.
If there's a difference, please tweet or email us. Because we don't know the difference.
I don't think so.
Is ebony like a higher class black? Because it
could be.
It sounds like, you know, you have like white, then you have porcelain.
No white person calls himself porcelain.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying.
You couldn't get away with that shit. You couldn't get an argument with somebody and somebody call you a cracker and go, nah, bitch, I'm porcelain, and they'd go,
oh, shit.
Somebody would slap you. And it'd probably
rightfully so.
It'd probably be your own mama, just come out of the woodworks. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, all right. So number 3.
Sorry.
Company number 3, massage. Number 4, college.
Okay.
Which doesn't Atlanta only has not Atlanta, but Georgia as a whole only has what, 2 or 3 colleges, big universities.
I just learned that they had school. I'm not sure. I'm just kidding.
No, see, upper Georgia's fine. Lower Georgia's where you start getting into the schools and banks. So number 5 is of course lesbian, but their most popular porn star is Lisa Ann.
Oh, okay. I don't know porn stars. I don't
Okay,
follow
well,
them.
I'll look it up for you.
It doesn't. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. I mean,
I want you to-
people out there will know who it is. I'm sure.
You probably know her. She's pretty
I'm
popular.
probably.
Oh, she's the one that plays Sarah Palin in the porn
Okay.
stuff.
I got
She's
you.
the one who looks like dead like her, except with bigger boobs,
I got you.
bigger fake boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You keep flashing by that picture.
I'm
that
sorry.
scares me.
Well, I did mention Indianapolis, so I want to go ahead and start with that one. Number 1 was massage, which they're very sensual over there. I've noticed around that whole colder region, like a massage will just blow somebody's load in like 5 minutes. So here's the thing that got me. Number 2, which doesn't really seem to be on any of these other lists that I've seen, but cartoon came in number 2.
Huh. Not a lot of hentai. I mean, for the rest of the world, but apparently Indianapolis likes their hentai.
I don't know if it's much as hentai or as cartoon parodies.
It's still all categorized under hentai.
Oh, yeah?
I've looked.
Number 3, lesbian. Number 4, ebony. And number 5, mom. So they found a cartoon of ebony mom lesbians giving each other massages. They would all just in their pants. Now we know what to do when we go to Indianapolis.
How about Dallas?
Dallas. Let's see.
I know somebody somewhere in there is going to be like, looking for lady boys or something.
I have Austin and Houston. I don't have Dallas. Dallas wasn't one of them.
Motherfucker, go with Houston.
Houston, number 1.
I have a cousin named Austin. So. No, I don't.
Number 1 was massage, which makes no sense for those
People that
Texas
go
people.
to Pornhub apparently are like more sophisticated
I
than
guess.
people that go to the porn sites I look at.
I know, right?
My porn sites are full of trailer trash and
Teens slovenly grateful for cock.
just rough shit.
There's some cats fucking something up outside.
Yeah, they're not happy.
Oh well. Blackie the Cat's getting into some problems.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, so this is another one I thought would be pretty funny. Honolulu, Hawaii. What do you think they look up most up there on the islands, far away from civilized culture?
Spam porn.
Look at there, number 1. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Processed meats.
Just rubbing it all over themselves.
That's gross.
It's like bukkake with chunks.
Oh, fuck, no. Oh, that's disturbing.
Splat.
Ugh.
Just right in her face.
Use it as suntan lotion. Be a deer and have that spam and rub it on my back. That's why they're all so tan over there. Because they're using that spam.
Thanks, brother.
Take a much. I don't care. Number 2. Oh, actually, we didn't go with number 1. So what do you think they look up the most? It's a big chunk on this graph. Most of these are kind of like almost evenly matched. You're kind of like, eh. But Hawaii is like their number 1 thing.
Massage. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Think about their neighbors to the west.
Oh, hentai?
It's Asian.
Hentai. For the most part.
Asian. Number 2. Still Asian. Seriously.
Bukkake?
Number 2 is Japanese.
Wow.
From the same place that gives you black and ebony.
They probably just listed, like, people will go in and look up like black or type in ebony, and how many people type in black and ebony. That's what they keep. So Asian and Japanese people have just
strange.
Somebody's like, I want Japanese, but somebody's like, I want Asian, which means I don't care if they're Korean, I don't care if they're Vietnamese.
Speaking of Korean, number 3, Korean. Yes. Number 4, the obvious
Indian.
massage. It's just not.
They gotta throw some spice in there. I mean, Jesus.
Can you please rub that spam on my back? I do not want to get
There's
it
some. Have you ever watched an Indian porn? There's some weird. I mean, those chicks are weird.
Yeah.
They're bizarre.
I always feel weird though because they have the dot on their head, and that's some kind of religious thing. So I kind of feel weird whenever I watch them having sex. Much like I feel weird watching like a nun or something with a rosary.
I've never actually watched one that had the.
You haven't?
No, but
I think the first one I watched kind of scarred me a little bit. So I was like, nah.
Well, yours probably was fake. No, I've seen some that are like cams, like some
like somebody did in a bunker,
like some seedy some seedy car salesman in a tent over there somewhere just fucking was banging his wife and put up a camera. But it's so weird because they're like, it's not sensual. It's
like angry.
Well, it's just.
Like there's no love, it's just fucking.
Well, no, I mean it's like they play with the nipples, but they don't play with them. They just like lick, move. And it's like, what are you doing? What is this? There's no. A lot of it just seems very. It seems very unnatural. Like they're they're very repressed. So the concept of actually having sex and then actually having sex on film is just so bizarre. They don't know how to act, so they get real stiff and they just kind of lay there. Yeah, it's like they're like
deer in the headlights.
Yeah, they have no idea what they're doing. Of course, you got the guy just going, lick. Like,
maybe that's what freaked her out.
Like,
I don't know how to respond to this, so I'm just gonna sit quiet. Number 5 came in. Was Hawaii. So thanks for being self-absorbed, Hawaii.
Hawaii looked up Hawaiian.
Hawaiians looked up Hawaiian porn.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's a small area. They wanted to see somebody they knew. They were like, I bet that bitch has got fake boobs. I bet she's doing porn. So they looked on Pornhub for it.
That would make sense. She's rubbing spam all over her big fake tits.
I've done the same thing on Adult Friend Finder just to see if I knew anybody. Just because.
Just because why not? Let's see, Anchorage, Alaska. Now, this will be my last one, and I'll leave this subject because I think it's funny.
Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes. Think about this one.
Bestiality.
No.
That moose is looking pretty good.
I tell you what, I've been out in the wilderness for about 3 weeks, tapping pine trees for sap. No, think heat, and we've already mentioned this before. So.
African?
What? No.
Africa's
Smoking.
Oh,
God. The word you're looking for is ebony, by the way.
No, I said African. Maybe they looked up African.
I'm kidding. Number 2, massage. Of course, massage hits almost every one of these lists, which seems very weird. Number 3 is lesbian. Number 4, cream pie.
Oh, I still don't know what the hell that means, but
I think it's when you like come inside her, but like not inside. I don't know what it means. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's like when the semen pulls up like on the vagina, so it looks like it's a pie.
I've never made it that far. I don't know.
But since they're in Alaska, what if you just like freeze like a little?
It's a little puck.
Dewy white teardrop.
It's a porcelain puck.
The porcelain puck.
So my friend decided to get on Adult Friend Finder, and this chick found him. It's in a picture of herself.
Oh, God. I remember this picture.
Did I show you this already?
Yeah, that's... Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I stay off.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, speaking of which, I do have...
It's like a beach ball that has 2 very large rabbit ears, and then there's like a head on the top. It's really just depressing that there's people out there that actually look like that.
Speaking of this friend, he sent me a joke via text. I'm not on Facebook anymore, so he couldn't send it to me. But I want to read it out loud. You meet a man on the Oregon Trail. He tells you his name is Terry. You laugh and tell him that's a girl's name. Terry shoots you. You have died from dysentery.
I like that. Wow.
Speaking of which, he also...
That was a good joke. Who was that?
Chris.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, speaking of movie news, I don't know, it's a little past due, but Bradley Cooper has signed on to be the new Indiana Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, they're making more Indiana Jones movies?
Apparently when George Lucas signed over, he signed over Indiana Jones too.
Did he sign over, like, all of Lucasfilms?
I guess so. Like, maybe he just got rid of all of it.
Shit.
I don't know if Disney... They didn't say it was Disney, but it might be.
I'm cool with that.
But I think he could pull it off.
I like Bradley Cooper.
I just hope they don't push it too far. I think they're
and make him punny.
Huh?
And make him punny.
Well, no, I just think that they're flooding the market with him, and they need to back it off a little bit before it becomes cliched and nobody wants to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, after a while you go, yeah, it's another one of those fucking movies. You know?
Hey, look, it's another remake with Samuel Jackson. It's just like, oh, okay.
Man, Samuel Jackson's in that movie. Yeah, what movie is he not in?
I love you, Sam, but come on, man, let's calm down a little bit.
Speaking of which, he popped up in that remake of Old Boy.
Of course he did.
Which was bizarre, because he was in a film not too long ago where he himself got tricked into sleeping with his own daughter.
That's...
He got out of prison.
I think he did it on purpose.
But the funny thing is about saying that same chick that was his daughter in the movie that he slept with was the villain, the female chick that ran around in the flowered dresses in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which Sam Jackson has made cameos in because it's related.
Nick Fury.
So anyway, ha ha ha.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, because when I first saw her, I was like, I've seen her boobs. So, I'm just saying.
Memory association.
Hey,
not memory.
I'm gonna say if you're gonna get tricked into sleeping with one of your parents, it should be Sam. I mean, if I had to have sex with one of my parents, I hope it would be Sam Jackson. I would. I
don't know. I think it might.
I would bite the bullet for that one. I just go, yeah, because then I could say
more like the pillow, because I think he'd be screaming at you the whole time.
No, because see, at least at that point I could go, I nailed him, or he nailed me, one or the other.
You see, he's on set, like acting, and then you're standing next to like the gaffer or something, and you're like, I'm nailing that. How?
And the gaffer called you a gaffer. Gaffer, how's that for 7th grade insults?
You slap the gaff down and he gets fired. But no. Oh, speaking of Samuel Jackson, you're not going to think this is related, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it is. I am now CPR certified. So I can legally attempt to save someone's life if they're going into cardiac arrest or their heart stops. And now here's my segue. We had to learn how to use the defibrillator thing, and as soon as you turn it on, there's a voice that talks to you and runs you through the whole thing.
Okay.
Now, here's what I want to see, because the voice is very boring. You know, it's like, engage chest compressions. Place pads on the patient. Charging ready. Do not touch patient. You know, I think there should be a market, and we should start this if there's not one, for celebrity voiced AED machines.
I think the market for celebrity voiced anything should be much bigger. I told you.
Hell, they're already not popular, but they're already. Wow.
I already told you about
famous.
That. Well, I already told you about my idea for the either the voice changer or the thing that records your sayings and then plays it back as Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, it just records him going through the dictionary saying different things.
Yeah, like you can record him saying different words, and then you just hey baby, what's happening? And it would be Morgan Freeman going, hey baby, what's happening? Or however Morgan Freeman would do it. I can't do a Morgan Freeman, but or just have a voice changer. That way, you sound like Morgan. You speak into it. It just comes out as Morgan Freeman.
That would be interesting.
Like even if it was like the Scream box,
Words, my friend,
and they were just like, do you like scary movies? If they do something like that, just a box, but make them. You could do Samuel L. Jackson.
No matter what
Morgan Freeman.
No matter what you say, it always says Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, Andy Dufresne. Or you could do
Andy Dufresne. Was my friend.
Al Pacino or De Niro. Speaking of which, I watched Godfather today. I like Godfather, but when you're bored, you've got nothing else to do. Don't watch Godfather. Because you'll end up bored with nothing else to do. I spent an hour sitting outside in the yard, and the only time I moved was to get up because ants were biting my ass. I sat in ants, apparently. And then
wow.
Yeah.
That's still better than watching The Godfather.
Well, no, like I said, bored. The Godfather's a good movie.
It's just one of those movies that's it's not very engaging.
You have to be there for
the ride, you know.
And God, Saturday they were doing, was it Saturday or Sunday? They were doing the Godfather marathon. I just could not. Wow. There was no way. I'm not going to watch all 3 Godfather movies, especially not the third one.
Well,
but the first 2, I could watch half of one day, half of one the next day. Just break it up bit by bit.
I don't know how I got on this subject. Oh, it was because of Joe Pesci. I was thinking Goodfellas whenever you were talking about Godfather. And then I went to Arnold Schwarzenegger, twins. And, they're making another one, right?
Right, yeah.
Triplets.
What?
Yeah. And from what...
Whoa. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What? They're making...
From the rumors that I've heard, they're going to have another twin, and he's going to be black.
So it's going to be Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito,
and possibly Eddie Murphy. For you at home that can't see, Jason has a very confused, but like the world is crumbling as we speak. Look,
no, I expected Arnold when he got out of office to hit the movies again, but it seems like he's just grabbing at straws.
He already destroyed Hollywood as a governor, and now he's destroying it even more. He's just hammering the final nail home.
He's just trying
with his shitty movies
to get. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. That's fine. Like, he's making his money. Good.
Last Stand. That's fucking terrible.
I'm not going there.
And
I'm not going there.
Fuck that movie.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. I don't know why, but I did.
Okay,
and Johnny Knoxville just... I like Johnny Knoxville.
It did not help.
But no.
It did
Sorry,
not help.
Johnny.
How long did it take that guy to drive that far? I mean, really? I mean, come on.
It's the same argument with, Lord of the Rings.
He's in a car. You can't take out a car? Even with a helicopter? An Apache helicopter? That flies really fast and shoots missiles and shit?
Tomahawk missiles? Come on.
Tomahawk missiles. It's just shooting a bunch of Mike Pattons at it.
That'd be pretty cool. Each missile's from a different era. You want it?
That missile was epic.
That'd be very interesting.
Sorry.
Wow. That was odd. That was a very odd tangent.
Tomahawk.
We should both get together more often, just be me and you. Cut out the middle, you man. Oh, I'm sorry, Blackie. She doesn't really care for us. Alright, so I think it's time. You got anything else you want to talk about before we close it up with true headlines?
No, I think I'm good. I don't think I've got anything really without my Facebook. I feel naked. Dancing in the street naked.
Wow. Alright. I got one that I'm kind of iffy about. I'll just let you... I'll just go ahead and say it and get you see your idea on it. Okay. If we should say it or not. It's not really...
Throw it out there. Who cares?
Yeah. Alright. So, here's your first headline. Movie theater calls cops on diabetic moviegoer. Think that's interesting enough?
Okay, well, for starters, what does the fact that he's diabetic have to do with anything?
Well, here's the thing. A guy in Brooklyn went to a movie theater.
Did he pull out a hypodermic needle? Was he like, I gotta shoot up here, you fucking douchebags?
Hey, I need the icy. I need to shut up.
He's screwing at the fuck. He's like, somebody turn on a fucking light. I can't tap my fucking vein back
Hey,
here.
you got a rubber band.
You fucking
I can't see my vein.
Why is this fucking movie so fucking dark? Why did I have to come see fucking Paranormal Activity 17 when everything's in fucking green? I can't see my fucking vein in this shit. Somebody turn a fucking light on. I gotta fucking insulin my shit up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put it in through my fucking toe now. I gotta put it through my toe or wherever the fuck I gotta put it because, I can't see it. I've poked too many holes. I don't know where I'm going.
What sound does a Brooklyn diabetic man make? Let's see. He says that the theater called the cops on him whenever he refused to throw out the strawberries that he brought into the venue. He said he's type 2 diabetic and he tries to maintain a healthy diet in order to keep his blood sugar in balance. So he didn't really think too much about bringing the berries into the movie.
Well, they have rules against that anyway. That's his fault.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've thrown away like drinks before. It's been like, whoops, I forgot.
You just gotta be better at hiding that shit. That's all.
Yeah, or be like Tyson and just always wear a jacket for no reason and cram shit in there. Because who's gonna stop Tyson? He's like 6'3" and weighs almost 300 pounds. You know, no one's telling him to fucking open his jacket. But yeah, so a ticket collector spotted the strawberries during a routine bag check. Whoa. When have they started doing...
Probably after that incident in Colorado with
the Batman thing? Mm-hmm. They haven't been doing them here. And the ones around here.
Yeah, well, they expect it here, so...
well...
People are like, let Floridians kill themselves. We don't care.
Who gives a shit?
That's prime real estate. Soon they're gone. The quicker we can move in.
More old people. But, so yeah, the ticket collector found him, and, let's see. He explained that he was diabetic. The guy was like, look, you still have to throw him out. That's policy. And,
did he offer to exchange him for red rope licorice at least?
No. The guy demanded to see the manager and ask for a refund for the strawberries that he had to throw out. So he's like, fuck it, I'm going to still go in with my strawberries because they're not going to give me a refund for throwing the strawberries out. So he just goes in anyways, and he claimed he was trying to call their bluff. He didn't think in a million years that they would actually call the cops for bringing strawberries into a movie theater, and they fucking did.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, the people that worked at that theater obviously had some fucking attitude issues. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's a point where you just go, like, okay, it's not really worth the fight, but I've been there. I know. When you've had enough, you've had enough. And when somebody's not fucking listening, you're going to make them listen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can only let so much slide and so much slide and so much slide before you're like, fuck it. I'm tired of taking people's shit. And it just happened to be one guy.
It happened to be over fucking strawberries.
It had to be over strawberries. So, what did we learn? Do not bring strawberries to a movie theater, because they will call the cops on your ass.
Well, seriously, if it's that time of day that you need to eat, don't go to the movie theater. Or eat before you go in. Just stand there in front of them, eat the damn strawberries, and then go in. What the hell's the point? I mean,
here's what you do. You eat the strawberries. You let them digest a little bit. You get most of them. You get the nutrients and the sugar and stuff you need. And you just vomit all over the theater.
Well, no, what you do is
fuck it. They get to clean it up. Why not?
You gotta
make strawberry fucking tummy jam everywhere.
They tell you gotta throw the strawberries away. So right there in front of them, just cram them all in your mouth, start chewing. Go on. Then walk in. Then spit them out in your hand. Then you got half chewed. That way you don't have to worry about, and you just eat it later.
Hey, can I get a couple of...
It's like a pate at that point.
Got a half strawberry fucking puree in my mouth trying to... Anyways. So here's our second headline. Naked man on tricycle arrested for alleged cocaine use.
Yeah?
Okay. That'll do it every time.
Like I said, I had an uncle get arrested or get a DUI on a bicycle. Took his ass to jail.
This was in New Jersey, of all places.
Why is that of all places?
Because it's New Jersey.
Yeah, that's where that kind of shit's
Staten Island.
That kind of shit's gonna happen up there a lot.
I don't know. I think that kind of shit would happen in Florida, most places. To be honest.
Jersey's like the North Florida of the New York area. I mean, it really is.
There are a lot of good people in Jersey.
I'm not saying there's not. There's a lot of people in North Florida
too. Yeah.
I'm just saying
the majority of them are kind of like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's just that kind of deal, you know?
I gotcha. There's a lot of people around here that I go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I had to wear a belt today. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, but anyway, I had to wear a belt today, and I was walking around, and I was like, for whatever reason, I was squeaking, and I was like, why am I squeaking? Mm-hmm. And I thought there was something wrong with my shoe, so I took my shoe off and walked without my shoe, and I was still squeaking. So I took both shoes off, and I was walking and I was still squeaking. I was like, I'm starting to panic. I was like, is something wrong with me? Is my leg fucking? Have I got a joint squeaking? How am I going to lubricate this joint inside of me? And I'm like squeaking. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. So I pull everything out of my pockets. I'm walking around, still squeaking. So I'm walking around in my socks.
You're paranoid.
I'm walking around inside the store with no shoes on, everything taken out of my pockets, squeaking. And I thought maybe it was just in my head, so I asked Sabrina, I was like, did you hear me squeak? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know what it is. And then I realized it was my belt buckle rubbing against my button. They're both metal, so every time I took a step, it went, wheek, wheek.
I have the one that, it's a double-sided belt, like one side's black, one side's blue, and the buckle kind of shifts, like you can pop it out and click it over. And every once in a while, it'll do that click sound, like it'll pop out of place and pop back in, so it's like I'm like, the fuck? But that's funny.
This was every step.
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck?
Speaking of not wearing belts, or clothes for that matter, the naked man on the tricycle was found in a stairwell chewing glass and cigarette tobacco.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that tobacco, it'll kill you.
I know, right? It'll give you mouth cancer every time.
Glass, not so much.
Jesus Christ, that guy, you don't fuck with that guy. He's naked riding a tricycle chewing fucking glass.
He's chewing glass. That tells me that's not cocaine.
That was probably meth.
That's bath salts. He just couldn't find somebody's face to chew on.
Oh, okay.
I can't find a face to chew on. Ooh, glass.
That makes total sense.
Because I love sand. Well, if you're fucked up enough to go chew somebody's face off, then you're fucked up enough to
glass.
Then you're gonna eat glass too.
Fair enough. Well, the cops in New Jersey found him after a bunch of people in an apartment complex were calling about him and making complaints.
Well, that's good. At least. I mean, at least all the neighbors called and. Nobody showed up. This guy just kept eating glass and bleeding everywhere.
It's just scaring the children.
He was riding a tricycle masturbating with blood all in his mouth.
Kept asking me, you want to play a game? Do you want to play a game? I saw this in a movie once. But they wouldn't let me in because I had strawberries.
It's a bit cold. We're playing hide the salami.
Oh, God.
It's hidden inside me.
The officers questioned him and he admitted to smoking cocaine.
Smoking cocaine? Smoking?
Yeah,
cocaine? You can smoke cocaine?
I think so. Like a crack rock. You like smoke.
Oh, well, that's crack. Why wouldn't they call it crack?
Because they're cops. I don't know.
Okay, well that makes some sense, I suppose.
So he was taken to a hospital, treated for minor cuts in his mouth.
Minor?
Minor. Apparently, he wasn't chewing hard enough.
I think he just wanted some attention.
Because if you need attention, the first thing you need to do is grab a mouthful of tobacco and fucking glass and hop on your tricycle naked. And
what
ride
size
around
tricycle was
yourself. Do they make adult tricycles?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can find some kind of an adult. Yeah, because I've seen them. Old people ride them. They've got a little step on the back, and they're.
I gotcha. Like the.
Yeah, that's
Victorian era.
Well, they still make them. I mean, that's a trike. I mean, it's a tricycle. It's. I mean, it's for adults that can't keep their balance.
The giant front wheel.
Well, it's not quite that big. I mean, they don't, not anymore. But
I don't know. It doesn't say in the article, but in my mind's eye,
I'm picturing one of those
little tight,
the little red one with the white wheels.
No, I'm talking about the plastic one that's not even metal. I'm talking about like the little Tykes stuff.
Oh, well, see, that's
that like even fucking worse.
Yeah, no, I would be down if the guy was riding a big wheel, at least. That way he'd be leaning. Hey, when I got my big wheel, I thought it was the shit.
Or a radio flyer, like a wagon, just riding that shit with an oar.
My brother had a big wheel, and we took a dog chain, and we attached it to the front, the handlebars, and we attached it to the back of my bicycle, and I got going real good, and I was just dragging him along. And we took a corner, and he couldn't turn quite fast enough. He went wide and hit a mailbox.
Oh, shit.
So we had to replace the mailbox.
It's better than turning over and scraping yourself.
Yeah, my brother took out a mailbox.
That's badass. He took out a mailbox as a kid and got hit by a car and got up and got mad at the guy for hitting him. Yeah. Your brother's a beast, dude.
Yeah, he is a beast.
He's a fucking beast. I feel sorry for any guy that gets in a fight with him.
Well, he was in a drunk, not a brawl. They were goofing around. He and his buddy were drinking, and his buddy hit him. Just punched him in the arm. Just kind of shit. And my brother's like, "Dude, stop, seriously." And he hit him. So my brother turned around. And he was like, and he hit him with the right hand in the chest, in the sternum, and he cracked it. He cracked the guy's sternum. Now this guy's a big dude.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's bigger than I am. Like, he's your size. And but he's super muscle because he went, he
like a gym buff.
Well, he's a prison guard.
Oh, okay.
So he tries to stay in shape, and he's just always been a big dude anyway. So, and of course my brother cracked his damn sternum.
Damn.
So, yeah, my brother's a beast.
That's what's up. Headline number 3. Man named Christopher Reeves arrested for meth while wearing a Superman t-shirt.
Fantastic.
You can't get any better than that. But everybody knows, Superman, Christopher Reeve, not Reeves, but it's still funny.
Right.
This was in Utah, and he was arrested for driving his truck under the influence of meth. Yeah.
That's an interesting concept. I wonder what Superman would be like on meth.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have any teeth.
No, because he still has super teeth. I don't know if the meth would destroy Superman's teeth.
Maybe he'd have to get super meth.
But I wonder what Superman would be like fucked up on drugs.
I want to say
actually Superman 3,
like the worst tsunami
when he was drunk,
mixed in with like the worst hurricane.
You saw Superman 3, didn't you?
With a bunch of tornadoes. Yeah.
Yeah, when they manufactured the fake kryptonite, they added tobacco instead of that one ingredient they couldn't figure out, and Superman was kind of drunk and sitting in the bar just flicking peanuts into the bottles.
Just made him an asshole.
Yeah, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow for no apparent reason.
Because
as soon as
if you're evil, you have to have a 5 o'clock shadow.
As soon as he was exposed to bad kryptonite, his hair grew a lot. I forgot how to shave. Anyway.
Wow. But so they searched his truck and all that. He failed a field sobriety test. They found synthetic marijuana, which of course leads to chewing glass. Chewing somebody's face off.
Synthetic marijuana. That shit is so lame.
Dude, fuck that. That shit will fuck you up forever. In the military, people were smoking that because they can't smoke real weed. And it was making them paranoid, and fucking some of them developed schizophrenia.
If you're that desperate to smoke weed, get a fucking life, faggot. That's not. I don't mean that towards homosexuals out there. I apologize if I offended anybody, but just you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. If you're a fucking douchebag, I mean, what a fucking dumbass. Oh, I really gotta have some weed, bro. I'm gonna smoke some synthetic stuff. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get fucked up. I can't live because my life's so sad. Oh my god. Fuckers, you fucking douchebags. Anyway, go ahead.
Don't hit the mic. You were just so hot shot.
That shit pisses me off.
What you did? Don't damage the equipment, please. I know what you mean, though. It's just really, come on, dude. I can understand if you're a meth head, maybe, and you're going into painful fucking. No, I mean, it still doesn't excuse it, but I mean,
there's no excuse for that. I know people get hooked on that shit and they enjoy it and they don't see anything wrong with it. And don't get me wrong, what you do with your life is what you do with your life, but what you do with your life is what you do with your life. However, I can have my own opinion about what you do with your life, and I think most of you are scumbags.
Moving on. Now that we got that out of the way. Some pent-up rage.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where they found synthetic marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and a baseball-sized bag of meth. That is a lot of fucking meth. Which leads me to believe this guy really was Superman. He needed a lot to get off. So the bag weighed 52 grams. That has got to be very expensive. So I'm trying to... I'd like to know where he got all that money from.
Maybe he made it. Maybe he watched...
He watched Breaking Bad.
and learned how to make...
I learned how to make this blue meth.
Blue meth. It looks like blue kryptonite.
It looks like the frozen shit that falls from planes after somebody flushes the toilet. See, he admitted to ingesting 2 Loratab pills about 2 hours before they stopped him. And he was transported to jail for like all kinds of fucking charges. Like Jesus, dude. Let's count this up real quick. 52 grams of meth, synthetic marijuana, drug paraphernalia, which, like pipe and shit like that, and 2 Loratabs, and a Superman t-shirt. I mean, this guy.
Well,
this guy.
It happens, man. People,
what the fuck?
They are people. They do what people do, man.
People are people, so why should it seem?
Speaking of 80s stuff, not to make a weird segue, but...
No, you're good, go.
Okay, I watched, as I stated before, Neverending Story.
Mm-hmm.
And, Limal, or however, the guy that did the song, Neverending Story. I thought it was a group, but apparently it's a guy. That's his name. It's Limahl.
Okay.
And I was like, well, he must have been a one-hit wonder. Come to find out, he was, because I thought it was a band, but apparently it's not. It's the lead singer, and he was the lead singer to Kachagugu, who did the song Too Shy.
Really?
Right, which was a one-hit wonder. But
well, at least your suspicions were correct.
But I was like, that's interesting. I didn't know that they were, one and the same, but apparently they are. It's pretty cool. So anyway,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
if you're sitting there listening to the Neverending Story song like I do from time to time, just know that guy was part of Kachagugu.
Alright, so now we're going to wrap it up with our last one, which is going to explain this picture that you keep seeing every once in a while when I'm scrolling through to see.
She looks Latina.
Now, let me read the article now that you have a good picture of her in mind.
Okay.
Your headline is, Horny woman calls 911 and asks officers for sex.
What's her name?
Her name is Maria Montanez Colon.
I told you she looks Spanish.
She was.
Latina. Hello, officers.
And to just to close it all off, how much shit we've been talking about Florida. Guess where this happened?
Miami.
Let's see. It was in Punta Gorda.
Oh, okay.
So I think
Punta being bitch.
maybe.
I'm just kidding.
I think that's a different. There's an accent or something in there. I don't know. That's a weird name. Anyways, she's 58. So I'll throw that out there.
Anybody's interested.
Her name is. No. She was arrested for abusing the 911 system, and when she called the police for the bogus story, and when the officers arrived, she tried to have sex with them. The woman told police that she gave her late husband's convertible to his son while she was drunk, and that she wants the car back. And when the officer arrived at her home, she allegedly fondled him.
All right.
She then asked the officer if he was married and allegedly proceeded to rub the officer's chest. Is it just me, or is it getting a little steamy in here? I think for Florida, our top #1 porn search should have been, officer. Uniforms.
Yeah. No, that's... Really?
Yeah.
She couldn't find anybody else?
The woman then told the officer that he was sexy and that she wanted to have sex with him because she didn't have sex in years. Oh, God. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The officer wanted no part.
Well, of course not.
So he left. She then called 911 again and asked for another officer.
He wanted no part of it. See, that guy's not very adventurous. I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, really.
No one's ever going to call you to have sex with them and be like a sorority of girls. You got to take what you can get,
We should find out what her address is and send her a male stripper dressed as a cop.
That seems like a very fruitless endeavor. Only if he has to wear like his tie or something that can record what happens so we can put it on our website.
Yeah, I mean...
That would be badass.
No, I mean, we
not
would be
really.
there.
Wait, were one of us the cop?
No.
I am not in shape enough for that.
I don't dance. No, but I think it would be good to, you know...
It's just like, there's so much hair.
Why are there two of you?
No.
Windows.
I'm calling 991.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's really weird.
That was very strange, but I figured that would be fun to talk about.
Which was strange, my laugh or that story?
I don't know. What do you think, Blackie? I'm very tired of you being indecisive. You're no longer going to be with us the next episode. What? That was rude.
Fucking cat.
God.
Never cross a black cat.
Oh. And so what did we learn today, Jason?
Well, first and foremost, that diabetics have to follow the rules like everybody else.
You're not fucking special because you have a disease.
Whatever. So you have to put a needle in you. I know heroin addicts that have to do the same thing. Or they get the shakes real bad.
I learned chewing glass will only cause minor cuts in your mouth. So that's a good note to leave on, I think.
Yeah.
So this week, this is the Jive Turkeys signing off from Punta Gorda, Florida. See you later, guys.